Hey, how's it going? It's Morgan and welcome to the Mickey Report. Today we are celebrating Iwerks' birthday. It's exciting. The creative genius and inventor behind many of Disney's characters and attractions. So let's get to it. So Iwerks was born March 24th, 1901 in Kansas City, Missouri. And so if he were alive, he would be 120 today. So happy birthday, It's amazing. On a tangent here, I love Kansas City. I love their barbecue, I love their culture, and I love how many fountains there are in that city. I love Kansas City. I think it's beautiful. Anyway, let's move forward. We're gonna focus on not his full biography, but we're going to focus on his accomplishments as an animator, an inventor, and all those good things that made Iwerks so freaking iconic and accomplished. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves sometimes. He was a huge cog, in the Disney mechanism, and I would say the most vital one, honestly. Him and Walt Disney, when they paired together, like, that was a match made in heaven. And he worked alongside Disney from 1919 to 1930. They started out at a little studio in Kansas City, Missouri, and eventually they moved out to Los Angeles. During this time, Iwerks designed iconic characters like Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and Mickey and Minnie Mouse. And, Mickey Mouse is probably arguably the most recognized character in the world, right? I mean, you cannot not know who he is. He's the icon of pretty much everything, I think. You see Mickey Mouse and you know exactly who he is, and he's everywhere. Here's a little story that I heard. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but this is just a little story I heard about how Mickey Mouse was created. It said that Walt Disney was riding on a train in California. He had just left a failed business meeting. He did a quick sketch of Mickey Mouse, and when he got back to LA, he handed the sketch over to Iwerks, and he refined it, made it more clean cut, and that was the birth of the character Mickey Mouse, which is pretty cool. So it was co-created by Walt Disney and Iwerks. Iwerks animated so many loved cartoons, the start of the Silly Symphonies, Steamboat Willie, the Skeleton Dance, and the Haunted House, and some of them were animated entirely by Iwerks himself, which is an incredible feat. Could you imagine doing a whole, even if it's short, could you imagine doing the whole thing by yourself? And it's all hand drawn. That's so cool. I did, some research when I found out it was his birthday because I wanted to know more about him, and that guy was a machine. He was a creator and inventor. He worked a lot in special effects, not just animation and engineering. Just so impressive, right? This guy, I don't know if he was human. Anyway, he moved on to his own studio in 1930, and he worked on animation and special effects. And during that time, he also worked with studios like MGM, and he worked on 4 Looney Tunes shorts that featured Porky Pig, I believe. I'm gonna have to do some research, and I'll update that in the comments for you so that you know. And he also did contract work with Screen Gems during that time. Iwerks returned to the Disney Studios in 1940, and he mainly worked on special effects. That was really where he shined, I believe, because he was a great inventor. And he used his creative genius not only for special effects in films, but also he used it to develop park attractions in Disneyland and Disney World. Disneyland, he did It's a Small World, and I know he worked on the Haunted Mansion. Those the statues, the holographic statues in the graveyard that sing Grim Grinning Ghosts, the Grim Grinning Ghosts come out to socialize, those guys. He worked with a team and they built those, and I'm way ahead of its time. When that came out, was groundbreaking, and I still don't know how they do it. Part of me doesn't want to know how they did it because it's like a piece of magic, you know, but it's still impressive to see even to this day. His last contribution to the Disney parks was at Walt Disney World in the Magic Kingdom, and he helped develop, and it was mainly him who developed the Hall of Presidents. And he used this prolific use of lighting and projection and animatronics that really made that attraction truly center stage. And I don't think Disney World would be the same without that attraction. If you agree, let me know in the comments below. Iwerks also won a few Academy Awards as well, including he was the winner for the Technical Achievement Award for the design of an improved optical printer for special effects and matte shots in films. So that's pretty cool. I'm not in the film industry, so I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds really cool and it sounds really inventive. But if you know what it means, could you give me an explanation down in the comments? I'd appreciate that very much. You know, he lived this life with, you know, animation and creation and inventing, and he was so ahead of his time, and he took risks and he built things and he was amazing. But what stands out to me the most is that he didn't have a degree in engineering or anything like that. He was completely self-taught. Mind-blowing, right? He's just, who can do that? I think it just goes to show you don't need formal education to really achieve something big. You know, it's not necessarily a requirement. Not saying that's true for all professions, but there are some people out there like Iwerks that show that you don't need to have a formal education to create wonderful things that are going to influence generations and generations. I'm completely blown away by that fact. He's a hero. He's a hero. I love him. It's amazing. And Iwerks passed away July 7th, 1971 at the age of 70 following a heart attack. You know, and he had this extraordinary life that will continue to influence children and adults all over the world. And especially the parks attractions, those are going to continue to thrill for years and years to come and put smiles on everybody's faces. He's an icon, and I just wanted to wish him a happy birthday. And if you want to read more about Iwerks, there's a biography about him called Walt Disney's Ultimate Inventor, The Genius of Iwerks. It was written by his son, Don Iwerks, and I'm going to leave a link for you in the comments below. It is on Amazon. This is not an affiliate link. I just want you to have it for your reference in case that's a book you want to pick up. All right, with that being said, I know this was a short video, but with that being said, happy birthday, Thank you for everything you have done for us. We will continue to love and appreciate your inventions and creations. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, give it a thumbs up and leave a positive comment in the links, or leave a positive comment in the comments below. I would appreciate it. Ladies, I am building a community of other Lady Disney lovers. It's called the Mickey Report. It's a free Facebook group, and if you'd like to join, please click the link below. I will be happy to have you in the group. We're talking Disney, and there's going to be contests and just networking and connecting with other Disney fans from around the world. So I hope you will consider joining. And thank you so much for watching, and have a great day, and go eat a piece of cake in celebration of Iwerks' birthday. We'll talk soon.